Welcome back to our channel where we talk about life skills that we have learned through the School of Hard Knocks. We believe it is better to learn from the mistakes others have made rather than paying the dumb tax yourself. In this video, we are going to give our top 10 tips to crushing your next interview. If you like this video, please click the like button, crush the subscribe button, and select the bell to receive notification of our next video. We have interviewed more than 1,000 people in our careers. Some are well prepared and some are not.
Tip number 1, do your homework. Visit the company's website. Look them up on LinkedIn and complete an internet search. If they're a medium to large size company, there will be a wealth of knowledge out there about them. Besides performing better at the interview, wouldn't you want to know all you can about the company? You do not want a resume that has frequent turnover from one company to another. If you've had 5 jobs in the last 5 years, employers may skip over your resume before you've had an opportunity to explain yourself. Better to make sure the company is a good fit for you before accepting the job.
Research the people you will be interviewing with. Look them up on LinkedIn. Complete an internet search on their name. See if you have any common interests that you can use as an icebreaker. Studying the company and people in advance can provide a great deal of insight into the position and the questions they are likely to ask. Tip number 2, review your resume and come prepared. Now this one sounds obvious, but we have seen so many errors on resumes. If you are interviewing for a position where attention to detail is important, you want to have a flawless resume.
We've also interviewed people who did not remember something on their resume. Be prepared to elaborate on your resume. If it's been a while since you worked in those earlier positions, spend some time reflecting on those roles before you go to your interview. Tip number 3, prepare a list of questions they may ask and think in advance how you would answer them. You don't want to get stumped at in an interview. In a negotiation, the outcome is usually determined by the preparation. The same is true for the interview. This preparation will also calm your nerves as you will feel more prepared.
Tip number 4, prepare a list of questions to ask each interviewer. Now minimize asking each interviewer the same question. There are instances, like questions regarding company culture, in which it is helpful to ask each interviewer to assure a consistent response. However, it is better to ask targeted questions. These will be different for the hiring manager, human resource interviewer, and others. It is also an opportunity to connect with the interviewer based on the research that you did on her or him.
Tip number 5, practice with a friend. Give them questions that you prepared and ask them to make up some of their own. Prepare them with a job description and tell them what you know about the company and the interviewers. This will do wonders for your self-confidence leading up to the interview because you will feel more prepared. Tip number 6, dress for success. In these days of virtual interviews, it may be tempting to roll out of bed in your t-shirt and log on to your interview. Resist that temptation. Show up for an interview like that and you might as well sleep in.
Now we recommend wearing a suit for your interview. Better to overdress than underdress. Tip number 7, be confident but not arrogant. There is a fine line between confident and arrogant. For example, if you are asked if you feel you have more to learn in your current role, let the interviewer know that you have learned a great deal in the role, but strive to learn new things every day. Employers are looking for continuous learners as the market is always changing. However, if you answer the question by saying you have learned everything there is to learn, then you risk come off sounding arrogant.
Tip number 8, don't talk about compensation too soon. Leave that for later when you are sure you're the winning candidate. Talking about compensation too soon can leave a poor impression with the interviewer. Remember, an interview is about what you can do for the employer if you're hired, not what the employer can do for you. Tip number 9, be concise in your response. Don't ramble on. Most interviews will last less than an hour. This is the employer's chance to evaluate your fit for the company and your opportunity to evaluate the company's fit for you. Make the most of it.
You can't do that if you take 5 minutes to answer each question. Be concise, not so short that you did not answer the question, but not so long that you are adding things beyond the scope of the question. Tip number 10, follow up with everyone that interviewed you. Thank them for their time. Reiterate why you believe that you are a good fit for the role. A simple email will suffice. A note in the mail is also appropriate, but the decision may be made before the mail delivers the note. If you opt to send a note via snail mail, do so after you follow up with an email.
Remember, an interview is your opportunity to differentiate yourself from many other applicants competing for the role. Do your homework, review your resume, and come prepared. Prepare a list of questions they may ask and think in advance how you would answer them. Prepare a list of questions to ask each interviewer. Practice with a friend. Dress for success. Be confident but not arrogant. Don't talk about compensation too soon. Be concise, don't ramble on. Always remember to follow up with each interviewer. Good luck with your next interview, and thank you for watching. Until next time, work hard, earn more, spend less, and invest the rest. Thank you.